Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and tonight I want to do a review for the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Now, I haven't completed all three games yet, but I've played enough of each one of them now that I'm feeling pretty confident that this is a good package. Okay, so you get all three of these games for $60. The first one is the first one's definitely the oldest and definitely looks pretty freaking good for what they've done with it. So far, I've spent most of my time with 2 and 3, so I've decided to play them out of order. If for I know I should finish for the first one first. I'm pretty sure it's a great game, but it's just a little bit on the slow side for me. Um, I'm gonna play it while I'm playing the other two. Of course, I'm gonna play every once in a while. I'll jump in there and kind of progress the story forward. And I know it makes sense because you can transport your character from game to game to game. But while I was just, jumping in to look at, 2 and 3 and like check them out, for some reason 2 has really like the story and like the setting has like really like dug its freaking fingers into me. So I'm like really excited to like continue playing this game. Like I'm liking the storyline. I'm liking the supporting characters. I'm really enjoying my time with 2. So I think that's where I'm going to start. That's where I'm going to continue from, and then I'm going to play 3 after that, because I was liking the way 3 was going as well. Like when I first started playing that. But during these playthroughs, I will be going back to the first one and I'll probably play it for like an hour or two at a time, just to, because I want to try to get through. So I'm gonna go through 2 before I do 3, but I'm going to do 1 while I'm playing the other 2, if that makes sense. So far in my review, like I'm happy. I'm surprised I never played these when they first came out like that. That really boggles my mind. That I think that I think the first Mass Effect was only on Xbox. I don't know. I don't know if it was on PlayStation 3 as well. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up and see if it was on PlayStation as well at the same time. Because I don't. Yeah, I think it was. I remember seeing a Mass Effect case on PlayStation as well. So I've never played these, so this is all a new experience for me. The only experience I've had is with Andromeda, and I got really far on Andromeda when it came out on the PlayStation 4 Pro. I bought it on that, and I was playing it, like pretty regularly. Like I said, I got really far on the PlayStation 4 version of that game. And then when the Xbox One X came out, I ended up buying it again so that I could get the better visuals on that, and so I started my playthrough on that. So this is kind of perfect. I will play through 2, 3, 1 at the same time while I'm playing through the other 2, and then I'll circle back and I'm going to start Andromeda all over again and experience that from the beginning with all the backstory and stuff. Like, I am so freaking happy I decided to pick this up. Like, normally I don't really go for the remasters that much because they rarely ever do enough to like do anything, but this man, this game looks freaking amazing. Like this number 2, like when you're on the ship, oh my gosh, it looks next gen. I mean, like the visuals are just so freaking in your face good. Like before, like I remember the Assassin's Creed 4K upgrade where it basically just made it 4K. But this right here adds like new textures, new lighting, new material look. gosh, even the menu just looks so nice. Like this is definitely worth your $60 easily. If you've never played these games, oh my gosh, like the story in 2, like right now, has got me like so like, oh my gosh, engaged, and the gameplay feels modern enough to where like it's fun to play. Like the combat is pretty freaking fun. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I knew that. I enjoyed Andromeda, and this is definitely not as fluid as Andromeda. If I remember correctly, like Andromeda does feel a little better in terms of like, but the animations and the movement of the characters on this, they're actually pretty nice on 2 and 3. 1 kind of seems a little more stiff or whatever, but I mean that's expected. I mean that was like a 2007 game, so I mean it's definitely got some years on that, but as a package, all 3 of these games for $60 with this level of updating and fidelity, like oh my gosh, yeah, this is definitely worth your $60. I highly recommend this game. I am 100% satisfied with this. I really enjoy my time with it. So I really wish that I didn't have the little headphone bug yesterday, because I was getting on around like 2 o'clock to start streaming the game, and because I had my headphones already on, apparently there's like a bug that's making it so the game won't work if you have headphones on or you've got USB headphones plugged in. So basically it wouldn't start for me. So what I did was I uninstalled the game, and then it wouldn't reinstall for me. I was like, what the heck? And so I waited like 5 hours. I got mad. I posted on Twitter to EA help and everything. And then finally I was just thinking, I was like, you know what? I unplugged my my external hard drive, and just like that, it downloaded again. I would look on the store page and it would say the game is installing in your queue, and then I'd go to my queue and there was nothing there. So I was like, what the freaking hell is going on? So I wasted like 6 freaking hours last night wasted just trying to get the game back on. I finally got it on, and I was playing the first game while the other 2 were re-downloading. And like I like the first game, like the story seems like it's pretty good, but the movement and everything just seems so. And I mean, it looks good. The visuals on that one look amazing as well. But yeah, like the second one has just really got its freaking hooks in me, and I really want to go from there, and play the first one simultaneously. Oh man, I feel like there's just so much. I kind of feel overwhelmed with this trilogy, because I've never played it, and it's good enough to where I'm like, whoa man, like I want to play it and I want to experience it all as fast as possible. But I want to do like a deep play into it. That's why I wanted to review this right now and get it out, because I am completely satisfied with this. Like I love this product. It is definitely worth the $60 price tag. Apparently, if you're playing it on the PlayStation 5 in the 4K mode, you're going to have some drop frames or whatever. Digital Foundry was checking that out, and like within the first couple of hours of gameplay, they were finding that the Xbox Series X version is running 4K at 60 frames a second. Now 5 frames a second, I don't really know if that's that big a deal, but the PlayStation 5 does not offer VRR support yet, so I mean you're probably gonna notice it like in like screen tearing and stuff like that. But I don't know if PlayStation is your only option. I don't know if that is enough to let it stop you from playing, because you can drop it down to the performance mode and play it at 1440p at a locked 60 frames a second. So that's pretty good. I do wish I hope that BioWare can get in there and fix that for you, because this game is definitely something that should be played at 4K 60. It looks amazing. It looks so good. The visuals look so good, and the pixel, I mean, like it looks so dense that like I don't know how to explain it. Like 4K last gen, it looked good, like on the Xbox One X, like 4K on PS5. Like it looked good. It looked sharp and crisp and clean. But for some reason, 4K on this gen, like the newer ones that are starting to come out, they just have this more dense look to the visuals, which is amazing. I love it. I think it's great. This is exactly what I wanted to see from the next gen. From next gen, like this is exactly what I wanted to see. Um, Man, I am so excited for this generation of games. You do not even know. And for this remaster remake to look this freaking good is bewildering to me. I cannot recommend this game high enough. Like I seriously hope that after you watch this, you download this game and start playing because you are going to be amazed and you are going to be happy. What the hell happened to this BioWare? Like seriously, Anthem is not even freaking close to this. This game is freaking amazing. I can't believe how good this is. I can't believe that I never picked these up and played them before. Like that seriously amazes me. I cannot believe that I didn't. I mean, I played a lot of BioWare stuff. I was more into the the Dragon Age games than I just I never really been into like the whole space type of stuff until I got Andromeda. Andromeda is like the first thing that I've got that's like, into that space thing. And honestly, the only reason I bought Andromeda is because I wanted to see the 4K visuals. Yeah, that's it. That's the only reason I bought it. And the HDR support and everything else, like it was one of them first games that were coming out featuring this, and so I bought that, and I was very, very happy with with the way that looked, and it looks even better on Xbox One X, so that was a plus. But yeah, the only reason I got into the Mass Effect thing is because of Andromeda, and there was no way I was going to go back and play the games on the backward compatibility thing. They just they look ancient and old. I am so glad, I am so grateful that BioWare chose to make this remaster. This is awesome. I am so glad that I get to experience this with the best visuals on offer today. It is really definitely good. I highly recommend this game. It is definitely worth your money. If you can't afford it and you have a Game Pass subscription or an EA Play, you probably got 6 months, maybe 3 to 6 months before they drop this on that service, so that you can enjoy this. I think it's worth your money. I do. You get 3 games. These are pretty long games. I hear like 20-hour minimum to beat. So that's 60 hours of gameplay. Especially if you've never played this series, you're definitely going to get some amazing games. I'm not saying I don't like the first one. I'm just saying that I am more enjoying the story of 2 so far, and I've already put like 3 hours into the first game. So I mean, like the first game I've already put 3 hours in, but I'm about 4.5 hours into the second game, and I am definitely liking the story of the second game far more than what it was on the first game. If that makes sense. Like I'm really liking this second game, so that's really cool. So yeah, that's the review. I mean, like I can review the games as in like, oh yeah, were they good or not? But these games scored pretty freaking highly, and they got a pretty big following. They seem to be pretty true to what the original creation was. I did download the first game and play that for a little while I was waiting for the game to unlock the other day, and like yeah, it definitely looks a lot better, and they've done enough in changing the visuals and stuff to make this game look more next gen. Like it looks good. It looks like a current gen game. It really does. Current gen, as in like Xbox One X and PS4 Pro, it definitely looks like that, but it has that more punch of the higher fidelity visuals of the current gen. So yeah, I highly recommend this game. I pretty sure you already know that it's got good reviews, and yeah, this is definitely worth your money. It is definitely a visual showcase You know, some of the time when you're like looking at Commander Shepard, under his neck and on his face, like on the close-ups, like yeah, you can. I mean, it does look like he's got a plasticky looking face. But anytime you're in the game doing the moving around and stuff, like the visuals look amazing. Like that's why I don't understand why they look so off when you're close to him. But like if you look at the supporting characters like Jacob and Miranda from the second game, like they look good. Their visuals look good. Like I don't understand why Shepard's face just kind of looks off. You know, and I'm just going with the generic dude. You know, the generic face that they had made for him, the one that, you know, so yeah, nothing. I didn't create my own character or anything, so I just don't understand why his face doesn't look as touched up as the other supporting characters on any of the games. All the other, well, no, on the first game he actually looks really good too. In the third game, but the second and the third game, his face kind of looks a little plasticky, but it's not a deal breaker. It definitely, everything else around it looks great, and it's amazing. So if you like this content and you want to see more of these reviews, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I really enjoy doing these, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.